Very good morning, students. Very good morning. Yes, all students now, you please now rename now. And you should enter with your admission number only. Okay, now, many times now we are now telling the same. Suppose don't know your admission number, you please now call to our vice principal. So he will give your admission number. Yes, now, students now in last class, electric flux and determination of electric flux completed. Yes, all from starting initial stage to beyond advanced overload. That is electric flux determination. Now students know continuation to that electric flux. The topic is Gauss law. Gauss law and the importance of Gauss law. Yes, today's topic. Yes, students, in our nature, many symmetries are there. Yes, in our physics, we are all now solving the problem by using the symmetries. Yes, similarly here also, by using symmetry, we can solve our electrostatic problems without more integral calculations. So for that purpose, yes, this Gauss law introduced. So this Gauss law main significance to students to find the electric field due to symmetric charge distributions in very easy manner. Yes, previously also electric field completed. Yes, for all problems now, for all charged bodies or combination of point charges, yeah, electric field already derived in last classes. Now, in that integration, yes, complex integrations also used in that derivations. But today, by using the Gauss law, electric field one more time will derive, but not with that much now complication. Yes, in easy calculations, we can find out electric field due to charged bodies. But here some symmetry is required. Suppose symmetry not there, yes, here also integration is very difficult. That's why any more now non-symmetry bodies, by using our previous method only, we can find the electric field. But symmetrical bodies, symmetry charge distributions, by using the Gauss law, we can find out electric field very easy. Okay. Yes, this is now introduction to this Gauss law. Now coming to the main definition, derivation, and also application of Gauss law. Okay, students. Now to continue this Gauss law, I am using our yesterday's topic, that is electric flux. Yes, electric flux, that all students you know, positive flux, negative flux, zero flux, everything. So now in that one small example I am taking. Yes, one small point charge I am taking, students. Here point charge is a Q. Q is point charge. Now here one sphere I am taking, one hollow sphere of radius small r. Around this point charge, one hollow sphere I am taking, and the cube I am taking at the center of a hollow sphere. So now students, on this hollow sphere surface, any point if you take, yes, here, whatever may be the point, electric field due to this point charge, that is E, we know KQ by R square. KQ by R square. So this is electric field on the surface of this hollow sphere due to this point charge. And also, surface area direction always normal to the surface. Already yesterday discussed. Yes, one more time. That's why here area direction, our electric field direction, at each and every point on surface of our hollow sphere is the same. That means angle is a G. But according to definition of our electric flux, that is E into S into cos theta, theta 0, cos 0, 1. So E into S. So that's why each and every place same angle theta, that is 0, and the same E and the same S. So that's why students here through this surface electric flux is nothing but KQ by R square into 4 pi R square, because 4 pi R square is the surface area. Yes, after simplification R square cancel. K means 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, 4 pi also cancel. Then students, you will get Q by epsilon naught. So if this charge is positive, flux going away. Suppose now if this charge is negative, suppose here I am taking now negative charge. Same example, but the flux entering into our hollow sphere. Yes, here enter, flux enter, flux moving away means now exit. So that's why students here flux equal to minus Q by epsilon naught, similar to our previous example. So now positive flux, negative flux, yes, everything completed. Yes, this already yesterday over. Now continuation purpose, now utilizing this particular concept. Yes, whatever may be electric flux passing through this surface is this much. This surface is this much. Yes, now students, this point important to, yes, listen carefully. Here, one irregular surface I am taking. This is one irregular surface, but closed surface. So this is also one closed surface, three-dimensional closed surface, but not like this, no hollow sphere. This is irregular nodes. Now the question is, through this closed surface, what is the electric flux? That is the question. Through this hollow sphere, okay, yes, already completed. But through this irregular but closed surface, electric flux is also Q by epsilon naught. Why means, students, whatever may be electric field lines crossing our hollow sphere, definitely cross this surface also, right? Because no any other charges there too. That means no end the electric field line. So definitely whatever may be electric field lines crossing our hollow spherical surface, definitely should cross this surface also. So that's why students, total electric flux passing through this whatever may be this regular surface, that is nothing but Q by epsilon naught. Indirectly, 1 by epsilon naught times of total charge present inside this closed surface. So the total electric flux crossing a closed surface is 1 by epsilon naught times of total charge enclosed in that surface. This is nothing but, students, our Gauss law. Okay, now here only one charge I have taken, so simply Q by epsilon naught. Suppose more charges are there, then how to respond? Just wait, students. Okay, just. So this is only one charge. Yes, one definition came, but suppose many charges are there, just wait. Yes, so students, now here it is one closed surface. It is one closed surface. Here one point charge is there, Q1. Here another point charge is there, Q2. Here another charge is there, minus Q3, suppose. minus Q3. Yes, so students, now this is our closed surface. Of course, here Q4 also I am taking, but that is outside. That is outside. Yes, now these three charges. Charge Q1, that is plus Q1 plus Q2 minus Q3. Now this is a closed surface. Through this closed surface, what is the total net electric flux crossing? That is our target. So to find that, students, I am taking imaginary one hollow sphere here, another hollow sphere here. Yes, another hollow sphere here. Yes, now students, whatever may be flux crossing this imaginary hollow sphere definitely cross through this big non-uniform or whatever may be non-symmetric closed surface. Similarly, same case. Similarly, same case. So that's why, students, total flux crossing this closed surface is nothing but flux due to this Q1, flux due to this Q2, flux due to this Q3, and one more point, student, this charge is outside. Suppose if you draw one hollow sphere, yes, definitely here also some flux now cross this hollow sphere, but this hollow sphere is not inside our now closed surface. That's why whatever may be electric field lines entered from Q4, that electric field lines even crossing also. Means one side enter, one side exit, net flux 0. That's why due to outside charges, net flux 0, you need not to consider. That's why I'm not taking Q4. So now phi 1, phi 2, and then phi. Yes, so students, phi 1. So due to this Q1, whatever may be flux crossing this surface, definitely will cross this closed surface also. Because here, suppose, example purpose, 10 lines suppose crossed. This 10 lines crossing this big surface also. Yes, suppose here 20 lines. 20 lines. So that's why now, whatever may be number of lines crossing this hollow sphere, definitely crossing this surface also. But somewhere, not the same place, so somewhere now crossing. So that's why here phi 1 is a Q1 by epsilon naught, Q2 by epsilon naught. But students, it is a negative flux. This is now flux moving away from the surface. Now here flux coming into the surface. So that's why negative flux minus Q3 by epsilon naught. So this now we can write, students, 1 by epsilon naught times of net charge. Net charge, you know, Q1 plus Q2 minus Q3, but not Q4, that is outside. Yes, now students, through this closed surface, total what is the net electric flux? 1 by epsilon naught times of net charge, total charge. Yes, in the present example, Q1 plus Q2 minus Q3 enclosed in that surface. So this is now Gauss principle. Yes, so students, now Gauss law, one more time. The total electric flux crossing a closed surface is 1 by epsilon naught times of total net electric charge enclosed in that closed surface. This closed surface, we call it as Gaussian surface also. Gaussian surface. Yes, students, this is complete Gauss law explanation. definition, proof, everything over. Now come to application. But before that, now one time you please now take from here to here. Okay, come on fast. Yes, so students, now total electric flux through closed surface is 1 by epsilon naught times of net charge enclosed in the surface. Yes, now applications. By using this Gauss law, how we'll find out electric field in symmetrical charge distributions. But before that, students, yes, one small now important information is there related to Gauss law. Just wait. Yes, so students, now yesterday we discussed electric flux. How to find out? E bar dot ds bar. So this is now electric flux. That is nothing but net charge enclosed by epsilon naught. In the present example, Q1 plus Q2 divided by epsilon naught. Yes, so students, left side electric field dot ds bar and the Q net. This is not Gauss principle, but now exact meaning I am explaining. Listen, for example, so here this is a ds bar. That is ds bar means small surface here, small element surface area ds bar. Students, here due to Q1, this is E1 bar. Due to Q2, it is E2 bar. Due to Q3, it is E3 bar. Means on this surface, at one location, integral E bar dot ds bar. E bar meaning I am explaining. This E bar is nothing but E1 bar plus E2 bar plus E3 bar also. Means indirectly at this location, what is the total electric field? Net electric field is E bar. This E bar not only due to inside charges. This E bar and this inside charges only no any relation. E bar is nothing but what now? At this location, what is the net electric field? That may be due to these charges or may be due to these charges or maybe some other field. But here E bar meaning net electric field. Net electric field dot ds bar. So in this way, if you find now this integration throughout complete surface, that is total electric flux. That equal to right side, whatever may be now net charge enclosed divided by epsilon. Right side only enclosed charge, but left side electric field due to whatever may be the nearby charges or external electric fields, resultant electric field at this location. But suppose here outside charges are external electric field, so all suppose 0, then E bar is nothing but only due to inside charges. That's why next to in our applications next, whatever may be Gaussian surface you are taking, on that Gaussian surface only electric field due to your considered charge In that way, you should consider Gaussian surface. That's why how to take Gaussian surface also more important. Suppose now you've taken now other Gaussian surface, on that other electric fields also there. Finally, you identify the electric field. That electric field is due to only discharge means wrong. So that's why students here exact meaning of E bar and net charge. This all now this is the meaning. Okay, right. Now coming to application. Yes, this also please take. Yes, left side E bar is nothing but net resultant electric field at this means on the surface of our Gaussian closed surface. Okay. Yes, come on. Now moving to applications. Yes, students, first easy simple application point charge I am taking. Yes, students, here one point charge small q at a distance small r, electric field question mark. Of course, all students know E equal to kq by r square. But now I am getting that electric field by using the Gauss law. Based on that, next to complicated problems also we can find out. Yes, now students, where you need electric field at a distance small r from the point charge. So now you need to consider one symmetrical Gaussian closed surface. So that is one hollow spherical Gaussian surface. So this is spherical Gaussian surface I have taken. Gaussian surface. Spherical Gaussian surface of radius smaller. By taking this charge at the center. Why center I have taken? Because we need some symmetry for simple calculation. If you take this charge somewhere now, again calculation become very tough. So that's why when compared with this method, our previous method only is. That's why I'm taking now symmetrical distribution. Yes, so students, our Gauss principle integral E bar dot ds bar is nothing but net charge divided by epsilon naught. Now, on this Gaussian surface, students, nearby no any other charges there. That's why on this surface, whatever may be electric field present, that field is due to our charge. In that way, I have considered. So that's why students here different points. Yes, in that now one point here I am taking. This is electric field away from the positive charge. And even here, surface ds also the same. Not only like that, now any point on the surface, if you take electric field, surface area of that small element to same direction. So that's why students integration very simple, E into 4 pi r square. This is nothing but net is only the q, that's why q by epsilon naught. So therefore E equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught into r square kq by r square. So students, now this is determination of electric field at a distance small r from a point charge q by using Gauss law. Okay. Yes. So this is the first simple application. From that, I am now extending our applications. Yes, come on, take this. Determination of electric field at a distance small r from point charge q. Yes, students, now I am taking similar one more application. Instead of point charge, one sphere I am taking. So this total sphere, this is a solid sphere, uniformly charge is being distributed. So this total charge capital, this radius is capital R. This radius small r, it is greater than capital R. Yes, now students, instead of one small particle, one solid sphere I consider. Solid sphere, uniformly distributed charge, but total charge is a capital Q. Total charge is a capital Q. Now at a distance small r from the center of solid sphere, electric field equal to question mark. So now here R is greater than capital R. So same now phenomenon again, spherical Gaussian surface. Yes, where you need electric field. Yes, by taking that point as on the surface of Gaussian surface, one surface I constructed, symmetrical surface, that is now spherical Gaussian surface. Yes, again now same concept, E bar dot ds bar. Yes, everything is the same, E equal to K. Instead of a small q, only capital Q you need to write. So now wherever now this Q net is a capital Q, because here capital. So students, outside a solid sphere, electric field equal to KQ by R square. Now students, here instead of solid sphere, if you take hollow sphere, but charge capital Q distributed over the surface because it is a hollow, again same answer you will get. Because again here closed surface containing the charge capital Q, that's why capital Q by R square. Whether it is a solid sphere or hollow sphere, outside electric field is the same, that is KQ by R square. Now students, now I am coming to solid sphere, uniformly charged solid sphere. Inside, how much electric field? Okay, just wait. Yes, students, now one solid sphere of radius R, total charge Q, uniformly distributed, rho equal to constant, that equal to capital Q divided by 4 by 3 pi R cube. This is volume charge density. Now I need electric field inside the solid sphere, E equal to question mark, R is less than R. Small r is less than capital R inside this point. Their electric field question mark. Now students, here I am taking Gaussian surface. Because where we need electric field, yes, that location only now surface we need to consider. So this is our spherical Gaussian surface. Spherical Gaussian surface is here inside. Now through this surface, what is the electric flux? That is now E bar dot ds bar is nothing but only net, that is enclosed, divided by epsilon naught. Only here up to small r distance, how much charge enclosed? This is now right side. Now the left side, yes, due to this symmetrical distribution, electric field and ds, again same just like, but only the difference is enclosed. E into 4 pi small r square, students, because our surface is not this surface, up to here only, because this is our Gaussian surface. E into 4 pi r square. Now Q net total up to capital R, capital Q is there. But we need only up to small r only. Because total net charge only inside the Gaussian surface. So this is nothing but capital Q divided by 4 by 3 pi r cube into 4 by 3 pi small r cube divided by epsilon. This is the charge enclosed inside our Gaussian surface. Yes, that now small simplifications. Therefore, electric field inside equal to capital Q small r cube divided by 4 by 3 pi, 4 by 3 pi cancel out. But still this 4 pi epsilon naught. One capital R cube, this side R square is there. So that's why this R square cancel R. QR divided by 4 pi epsilon naught capital R cube is electric field inside uniformly distributed solid sphere. This is now K Q small r divided by capital R. So this is now electric field at this location. Okay. At this location, how much electric field? Yes, that is the electric. This is the net electric field, students. What is the net electric field at a distance small r from the center of a solid sphere? That is the electric field. KQR divided by RQ. Outside already completed KQ by R square. Now inside also we derived KQR divided by capital RQ. Yes, now any doubt now in this now? Up to distance smaller. That means now inside, not the outside. Inside charge. Here students, one important point. Conductors versus non-conductors. Wherever charge is uniformly distributed throughout the volume, that is a non-conductor. Why means? In case of conductor, suppose if you take now one solid conductor, electric charge will reside only on outer surface only. Yes, please now note this point. In case of a solid conductor, solid means inside the space mass is there, but no net charge. Why means? It is a conductor. Yes, now suppose inside two charges you are keeping. There is a Coulombic repulsion. That's why now moving away. Yes, after moving, where these two charges move up to the last distance, that is nothing but a surface. So that's why students, in case of a conductor, that may be hollow or may be solid, whatever may be. Mass wise, may be hollow or may be solid. That is now solid. But if it is a conductor, charge resides only on the surface. Charge resides only on the surface. Yes, now if you take non-conductor, charge not only on the surface, even inside also possible. That distribution examiner will give. That may be uniform charge distribution or may be non-uniform charge distribution. But whenever conductor given, mass whatever may be, but charge resides only on the surface. So one example, suppose the same example, it is a solid sphere, no doubt. Suppose it is a conducting solid sphere, suppose. Charge is Q, conducting solid sphere. Yes, conductor means even though mass wise solid, but charge resides only on the outer surface. That's why if you take, this is the Gaussian surface, inside nothing, no charge. That means Q net is a 0. As Q net is 0, E also 0. Means inside a conductor, even though it is solid, but inside electric field is a 0. If it is a hollow, yes, already 0. Suppose if it is a solid and conducting, inside electric field 0. If it is now solid and non-conducting, uniform charge distribution, then only now this answer is correct. Okay, students, now, so this is electric field inside a uniformly charged one non-conducting solid sphere casing. Okay, so now uniform charge related all over, one non-uniform charge distribution example also I will tell, just yes. So students, now here one solid sphere of radius capital R. It is a solid non-conducting. This is important. Conducting means only outside charge. Solid non-conducting, non-uniform charge distribution. Non-uniform charge distribution. So one example, rho equal to rho naught into small r I am taking. Students, here non-uniform charge distribution means value charge density, that is rho, is a not constant. It depends on the location. So that is the distance from the center. Suppose from here to here distance is smaller. Here rho different to, here rho different to, here rho different. Depends on the distance from the center of a solid sphere, density decided. So this is non-uniform charge distribution. Yes, in this case, both outside, inside, now I am going to calculate electric field by using Gauss law. Yes, suppose it is point number A. The distance A is greater than capital R. Suppose I need here total electric field. Yes, the same concept. Take one Gaussian surface by taking center of the solid sphere as a center of our hollow Gaussian surface. Yes, next on this surface, what is the net flux? Integral E bar dot ds bar is Q enclosed divided by epsilon naught E into 4 pi small a square. That Q net we need to identify. Yes, Q net, it is not simply rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube, because students, rho is not a uniform, rho not uniform. So therefore, how to find that Q net? Yes, for that you need to consider one small spherical shell of radius small r and thickness dr. Small spherical shell here I consider. In that shell, what is the charge dq? Dq is nothing but rho into 4 pi r square into dr. Only in this now small shell, that is the charge. But we need now up to here. But up to here, charge not there. Only up to here, only charge is there. So up to here, whatever may be the charge is there, that completely enclosed. So that's why students here, net charge in the present example, yes, rho is nothing but rho naught into small r, 4 pi r square into dr, integration from 0 to capital R. Yes, so students, constants rho naught, 4 pi r square r cube integral r cube dr r to the power of 4 by 4. So after substitution of limits r to the power of 4 by 4, then this charge here I am going to substitute rho naught 4 pi r to the power of 4 divided by 4 epsilon naught, students. Yes, now 4 pi cancel. Therefore, E outside is nothing but rho naught r to the power of 4 divided by 4 epsilon naught is. So in this example, so this is the yes, here outside electric field is there. Rho naught r to the power of 4 by 4 epsilon naught is. This is from Gauss principle. Yes, now we can go for even inside also, but first take now students outside. One example, non-uniform charge distribution. Rho equal to rho naught into r. Okay, take that. Inside also I will explain. Yes, so students now going to find out electric field inside. Same example, but inside. Yes, inside. Yes, one point here B I am taking. It is at a distance small b from the center. Yes, so students, now this is our new Gaussian surface. Gaussian surface, spherical Gaussian surface for the inside electric field determination. That is our present target. Inside. Yes, again the same. E into 4 pi b square, because inside up to small b only, no surface. This is nothing but again q enclosed by epsilon. But students, here charge up to here you need not to consider. Up to here only you should consider, because enclosed in our Gaussian surface only from here to here. That's why the time of here charge integration, yes, not capital R, students, up to small b only. So after here, instead of capital R, b to the power of 4 by 4 you will get. B to the power of 4. That I am now going to substitute. Yes, net charge 1 by epsilon naught times of net charge. But what is the net charge? Rho naught 4 pi b to the power of 4 by 4. Instead of capital R, b to the power of 4 by 4. Yes, so students, now here 1b square root cancel. And 4 pi cancel. The remaining is electric field in this present example inside. Inside is nothing but rho naught b square divided by 4 epsilon. No pi, just 4 epsilon. Students, now this inside electric field, outside electric field, for this example only correct. Suppose examiner other example given, rho equal to a plus b square or some other example. Yes, by using this principle, you need to integrate first for the charge, then later substitute that enclosed charge. Okay, so this is now determination of electric field at different distances in case of spherical charge distribution. Spherical charge distribution completely over. Now any type of spherical charge distribution examiner will give. Yes, our students can solve now very easy. Okay, this topic over. Now moving to another application. Okay, come on, take that. Then moving to another. Yes, so students, now coming to one linear charge distribution. Yes, here linear charge distribution, but a very long wire I am taking for the symmetry purpose. Yes, very long, linear, and also uniform charge distribution. Lambda equal to constant. So this uniform charge distributed one rod I have taken. This is the lambda, and also now very long. At a distance small r from the rod, electric field equal to question mark. All students already know that electric field K lambda divided by small r, because already we derived the electric field from our integration method. But here by using Gauss law, how we are going to calculate now, please watch. Yes, at a distance small r electric field required. Now students, to find that, I am taking one Gaussian surface, symmetrical Gaussian surface in the form of cylinder, not sphere, students, here in the form of cylinder of length small l and radius small r. Yes, already small r, because why small r means at a distance small r only we need electric field. So that's why at the same now radius I am taking this out. Students, it is cylindrical Gaussian surface. Now here how many surfaces are there? One curved surface and one flat and down one flat. So students, flat, curve and again flat. But flat surface area, this is S and this S perpendicular to electric field. See students, now due to this rod, any place you take, electric field like this only there, any place, electric field like this only. But even this surface also electric field like this. That means through this flat surface or through this flat surface, no electric field line is crossing. That's why through this surface, flux is zero. Now only flux through curved surface of a cylinder is our target now. And students, now here any point if you take on the surface, electric field is normal to the surface. So in that way I consider this Gaussian surface. So electric field, any point on the solid, that is our cylindrical surface, if you take, that is normal to the surface. But already normal to the surface area direction is there. That's why angle between E bar and S bar is 0. So therefore Es cos 0, that is E into S. So therefore flux through this complete Gaussian surface, how much students? Integral E bar dot ds bar E into total now. This whatever may be now surface area. Which surface area? Only curved surface area. Yes, what is curved surface area? 2 pi r into L. E into 2 pi r into L. So that much now surface area and electric field, nothing but flux. But students, from the Gauss law, flux is nothing but Q enclosed, that is the net charge inside, divided by epsilon. Yes, now Q net, yes, students, lambda is per unit length. But inside our cylinder of length L, how much charge is there? Lambda into L divided by epsilon naught. Now L cancel out. Therefore, students, E equal to lambda divided by L already cancel out, 2 pi epsilon naught. Yes, again R. Yes, so students, this now we can write now 2k lambda by r. Yes, same answer. What now we determined from our integration method. Yes, for a infinite rod at a distance small r, electric field equal to 2k lambda by r. But suppose now semi-infinite, that is k lambda by r, k lambda by r. That is not different. But here now, for the infinite means very large, linearly charged distributed rod. So for that, 2k lambda by r. Yes, k is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. You can write now lambda divided by 2 pi epsilon naught r also. 2k lambda by r. We derived this from our Gauss law, not from the integration. Okay. Yes, come on, students. Now take now it is electric field at a distance small r from a large uniformly distributed rod R1. Okay, come on fast. Yes, so students, now similar to this rod, now the cylinder. Yes, what is the final answer? 2k lambda divided by r. Now I am taking one cylinder. Yes, large now it also means length more. It is axis of cylinder. Radius of cylinder is a r. Yes, in this cylinder, up to the radius capital R, charge is distributed. Students, here again, suppose if it is a hollow cylinder, charge only on the surface. And now it is solid cylinder of radius capital R. Again, two options. If it is a conductor, again only on the surface. Suppose if it is a non-conductor and solid, so charge present even inside also. That may be uniform or may be non-uniform, that examiner will. Okay, students, now this is not taking uniformly distributed, uniform, non-conducting cylinder I am taking. Yes, all students know uniform non-conducting means now volume charge density rho. That rho equal to constant. Rho equal to constant. This is now. Yes, now cylinder. This is now axial line of the cylinder. Now we need now electric field point. Suppose first one point outside I am taking. Point number A. It is at the distance small a. It is greater than capital R. Here electric field equal to question. Electric field equal to question. Yes, students, again same cylindrical Gaussian surface I am taking, symmetrical cylindrical Gaussian surface of radius small a. Similar to the previous, through flat surface, flux 0. Through flat surface, flux 0. Only through curved surface only flux is there. That flux phi equal to E into 2 pi small a into L. This length I am taking small L. This is now our option. Yes, L, whatever the L we can consider. So this is the total flux through curved surface, indirectly total cylinder. This is nothing but net charge divided by epsilon. What is the net charge here? Yes, rho is nothing but now for unit value. But now, what is our value now here? From here to here value we need. and also it is uniform distribution. So that's why students here value pi capital R square L. Why means up to here only charge is there, students, not up to here. From here to here only charge is there. That's why, and also it is solid. So pi R square into L into rho divided by epsilon naught. Now after simplification, electric field E equal to pi R square L rho divided by 2 pi small a L into epsilon. Yes, you can now simplify, pi cancel out, L also cancel out. R square rho 2 a epsilon. Students, this is now electric field outside uniformly distributed one solid cylinder of radius capital R, that is. Yes, now students, same thing now I am going to find out inside. Inside here, suppose inside. The distance of small b is less than capital R. Same logic now again, Gaussian surface. But Gaussian surface, that is a cylindrical surface of radius small b, because we need inside. Yes, small b up to here only. So up to here only you need to find out electric field, electric charge. Yes, so students, now I am going to find out inside. It is outside over already, outside. Now inside. Yes, inside phi equal to E into 2 pi. Yes, here to here again B into L, same length I consider, equal to net charge. Students, here net charge only in this cylinder only in this cylinder. Yes, how much that is? Pi B square L divided by into rho. This is value into rho divided by epsilon naught. Now simple calculation is there. Pi cancel out, 1b also cancel out, L cancel out. Students, inside our solid cylinder, electric field equal to rho into B divided by rho into B divided by 2 epsilon, because remaining all cancel out. Yes, rho into B divided by 2 epsilon. Yes, students, now it is solid uniformly distributed cylinder. This all complete. But suppose students, now here non-uniform distribution. Suppose rho equal to rho naught into small r. Suppose there non-uniform also I am explaining. Uniform completed, non-uniform. Yes, rho equal to rho naught into small r. Suppose then here no any change, but here Q net is a change. Q net how to find out? Again, just like our previous now sphere case integration, same like that we need to. So that now one problem I am going to explain. This one completed. Suppose if rho equal to rho naught into small r, then how to find out net charge for outside, net charge for inside I am explaining. Yes, now first to outside. Net charge value rho naught r. So next to one cylindrical shell we need to consider volume of that. What is that now? Volume total. Suppose now here now I am not disturbing this. Students, here one cylindrical shell I am taking, students. Cylindrical shell of radius small r length small l, and thickness dr. Thickness dr. So only that. This is nothing but, students, 2 pi r dr into l. 2 pi r into r means area into L, total value. Now you need to integrate. Students, r square dr r cube by 3. R cube by 3. Now integration. Suppose for outside 0 to capital R. Because up to capital R only charge distributed. Suppose inside 0 to small b. So that is now charge inside, that is enclosed by our surface determination. Once charge we know, then later you can substitute it here, charge place epsilon. Then again the same. Similarly inside also. Okay, students, now spherical Gaussian surface related model and the cylindrical models also completed. Yes. If it is uniform completed, non-uniform completed, conductor completed, non-conductor also completed, hollow completed, and then even solid also completed. Yes. So here, students, I explained completely by taking volume charge density. Volume charge density. But maybe now tomorrow, suppose here it is a hollow cylinder, suppose. It is not solid cylinder. Suppose hollow cylinder, radius capital R, and surface charge density sigma, not volume charge density, students. Suppose surface charge density sigma. Surface charge density sigma, suppose. Then how to solve the problem? And it is a hollow. That's why definitely inside electric field 0, no doubt. Now our target is only the outside. Yes, outside again E into 2 pi A into L, Q net by epsilon. Q net how to find out is our target. Q net how to find out means, students, here surface charge only given. So that's why surface area, how much surface area? 2 pi capital R into L. So here, instead of writing pi r square L, 2 pi capital R into sigma, then remaining as it is. Okay, students, here by using Gauss law, electric field for uniform distribution, non-uniform distribution, all now calculated. Yes, one more example is there. Yes, first to take now this now from here to here, then later now write now clear notebook and solve assignment also. Yes, so now coming to one sheet, one large sheet, uniformly charged, large sheet now I am taking. Yes, so students, here uniformly distributed, large sheet. Yes, it is now surface charge density sigma. Just like now it is on paper. Yes, but on the board, this is the paper, but drawn like this. Yes, very large, uniformly distributed sheet having the surface charge density sigma. Now here, electric field equal to question mark. Yes, so students, it is now very large sheet. That's why electric field only like this, means away from the sheet only there. No question of parallel to the sheet. Electric field is away from now this positively charged sheet. Now here electric field question. So for that students, one Gaussian surface I am taking, just wait. Yes, this is Gaussian surface in the form of a cylinder. This is above diagram, means above the sheet. It is now below the sheet. Suppose now it is the sheet. Here above cylinder. Next now below. This is the diagram. Total length L. Radius small r. Radius small r. Now here electric field question. Students, here electric field like this only. So that's why electric field lines parallel to curved surface. Electric field lines parallel to curved surface. That's why through the curved surface flux 0. Through the curved surface flux 0. Now only flux is passing through flat surfaces. So that's why students here net flux phi equal to E into pi r square, because I have taken radius as a r. This is flux through this flat surface. Yes, similarly here one more flat surface is plus E into pi r square. 2E pi r square is nothing but now net flux. Net flux is 2E pi r square. This is nothing but enclosed charge divided by epsilon naught. But students, now already we know sigma is charge density. Which type of charge density? Surface charge density. Mean charge per unit surface, unit area. But here students, now the cylinder now crossing our sheet through how much area? Only pi r square. So that's why students here Q net sigma into pi r square divided by epsilon. Now pi r square. Therefore electric field sigma by 2 epsilon naught. How much electric field, students? Sigma by 2 epsilon naught. This already now we derived in our previous integration method also. Yes, here, yes, simply calculated electric field nearer to very large, uniformly distributed sheet. This is now sigma by 2 epsilon. Sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Yes, electric field complete. And students, here one more important point. It is now this sheet is a non-conducting sheet. Sheet is now non-conducting sheet. So that's why only one layer, whatever may be sigma is there, only one layer, only charge distributed. But suppose students, same thing. If it is a conducting sheet, yes, here special case, if it is a conducting sheet, if it is a conducting sheet, then on the conductor, charge resides only on the outer surface only. But now, suppose now this is the sheet. Here one outer surface is there. Here also an outer surface is there. That's why students, here conductor given. Here one sigma, here another sigma. So here charge distribution, here also charge is there. Here surface charge density, here also surface charge density. So that's why now, yes, phi equal to E into pi r square plus E into pi r square. Up to here no change. Even if it is conductor also no change. But here this also, here Q net only change. What is the Q net? Yes, previously only one sigma is there. That's why sigma into pi r square. But here sigma pi r square and also sigma pi r square, because our cylinder contains both this now sigma pi r square charge, another sigma pi r square. So that's why students here 2e pi r square equal to 2 sigma pi r square divided by epsilon r. Therefore, electric field 2 pi r square all cancel, simply sigma by epsilon. Now, students, please note, nearby non-conducting charged sheet of surface charge density sigma, answer is sigma by 2 epsilon. But nearby conducting uniformly charged sheet of surface charge density sigma by epsilon. So indirectly nearby non-conducting sheet sigma by 2 epsilon. Nearby conducting charged sheet sigma by epsilon. So this is now electric field due to charged sheets by using Gauss law complete. Please take that also. Yes, so students, now this is now thin sheet completed. Now thick sheet, one thick sheet. Yes, only here thickness only now I am showing students. Actually, now this is the thickness. Same this thickness cross section only showing. This is the diagram. This is symmetrical line. Total thickness is T. This is T by 2, T by 2, uniformly charged. Uniformly charged, non-conducting charged sheet, thick sheet of thickness T. Yes, volume charge density rho. Now I need inside the sheet electric field at a distance small y. That is the target. By using Gauss law, how to find out? Yes, so students, similar to the previous. Cylinder taken, Gaussian cylindrical surface. This length y, this length also y. Radius small r. Radius small. Yes, again the same concept. Through the curved surface, flux 0 because electric field lines are parallel to the curved surface. Now through the flat surface, flux is there. Flux equal to flat surface. Electric field E and pi r square, but 2 times because 2 are there. E into pi r square. This equal to net charge enclosed by this cylinder, yes, divided by epsilon naught. 1 by epsilon naught into total charge. What is the total charge? Rho into pi r square into 2y, because 2y is the length. Yes, 2e pi r square equal to 1 by epsilon naught rho pi r square 2y, students. Pi r square 2. Therefore, inside electric field is nothing but rho y divided by epsilon. So now total charge rho into pi r square into 2y from here to here. And total flux E pi r square plus E pi r square, total 2E pi r square 1 by epsilon into net charge. What is that net charge? Here now clearly say yes, after simplification you will get inside electric field rho y by epsilon naught. Rho y by epsilon naught. Yes, so students, up to here, by using Gauss law, electric field for symmetrical charge distributed bodies, all now spherical distribution of completed, cylindrical distribution of completed, and also this type of now surface charge distribution means the sheets all completed. Yes, students, Gauss law completely over because I completed uniform as well as non-uniform also. Even here also non-uniform is there. Suppose road depends on the distance. Yes, by using small integration dq, you can find out all non-uniform charge distributed bodies electric fields also. So today Gauss law completely over. Yes, based on this Gauss law, yes, some problems now please solve. Okay, students, now today Gauss law definition, Gauss law derivation. Later, by using the Gauss law, electric field determination for symmetrical charge distributions, both uniform and non-uniform, all completed. Yes, students, class is over. Now ready for the next class. Thank you.